Okay, I'm climbing up past 25,000 to, I'm at 26,000 feet, and I'm going to describe the way in which you fly as fast as you can, as high as you can. It's a little tricky, it takes some technique in the Mustang, but your ceiling is going to be like 40,000 feet, which is ridiculously high for, a piston aircraft with a prop, So making slight errors can cost you a whole lot, and you're going to be only getting you're only going to be able to climb at a very low rate the higher you get. So it takes a lot of finesse, a lot of technique, and a lot of patience, because it could drive you a little crazy. Okay, so I'm coming up at my specific altitude right here. In fact, let me level off. So the higher you go, the lower your manifold pressure will become, because the ambient air, has less pressure. You've got a supercharger, which lets you get above 30 inches, which is basically 29.92 is the default ambient temperature at sea level in DCS. And you have a supercharger that lets you blow it up way past that to 60. Then as you get higher and higher, you have a second speed in your supercharger. It shifts gears and it'll blast you up, even higher. So as you lose your manifold pressure, then bam, it'll reappear as your high blower comes on. Okay, but as you lose your it's gonna level up. As you lose your manifold pressure a second time, it'll be at, let's see, 27,000 feet is where I am right now. It depends on how you have the mission set up, but you're going to be at something called your specific altitude, which is when you're at max continuous 2,700 RPM and 46 inches of manifold pressure. So as you're climbing and you see your manifold pressure descend down to 46, and you're at full throttle, not full throttle right now, that's your specific altitude. And then at this altitude, whatever it is, you can just go max continuous as long as you want. I think the reason that when you're full throttle in the Mustang and you can't see your altitude, is because you're not really supposed to be flying to the altitude. You're supposed to be flying to your manifold pressure. So don't worry about what altitude you are. Just look at fly to your manifold pressure. Say, okay, I want 46 inches of manifold pressure. Let me maintain that. If your manifold pressure gets too high, go up a little bit. If it gets too low, go down a little bit. That kind of thing. All right, so let me climb up to, we're at 27,000 feet. So I'm going to go back up. I'm going to climb up to 30,000 feet. And I'm going to show you how to do some high altitude flying. And as I've described the specific altitude, there's also something called a critical altitude. If you're at full throttle and full RPMs, 2,000 RPMs, when you start to go below the maximum inches of manifold pressure, which is 61, when it starts descending at full throttle and full increase RPMs, that's your critical altitude. And there's two of each of these. There are two specifics and two critical altitudes in the Mustang, because you have two speeds on your supercharger. On the first speed of the supercharger, it depends, but it's going to be about 8,000 feet is the critical altitude, and 10,000 or so feet is the specific altitude. What the? Okay, well, I'm at 30,000 feet plus. And you saw I really yanked up on the throttle, on the pitch there. I had a lot of speed, so I gained a lot of altitude there at the last second, but I don't need to be quite this high. So I said I would go I said what, 30,000 feet? Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and dive down, gain some speed, and then level off. We'll see how fast I can maintain that 30,000 feet. I'll describe to you what I'm doing. Oh, also, fuel management. Because it requires so much finesse, you're going to want to have a proper fuel management schedule. So if you have external wing tanks, make sure you're flipping back and forth between them. I like to use a timer, the clock right here, as long as you are maintaining the same fuel flow, so same manifold pressure and RPMs and altitude, you're going to be consuming fuel at the same rate, so you can switch between your tanks by, intervals of time, and you don't really have to worry about the looking at the gauges. And your wing tanks don't have gauges, so yeah. I'm just going to level off here and see how much speed I can gain. Alright, so I'm at full throttle. Okay, I want to stay at the 27 RPMs for now. Alright, 31,000 feet. And I'm going to fly to my manifold pressure. You'll notice that the manifold pressure creeps up the faster you go, just a little bit. I assume that the faster you go, it's like ramming air into your manifold, and that's what causes it to be able to be higher. I don't know though for sure. I'm not an engineer. No idea. Okay. But yeah, 31,000 feet here. And like I said, I'm going to fly to about, it looks like 43, would probably be 30,000 feet. I'm at 33.5 inches of mercury right now. Notice that it's taking quite a long time to gain speed. I've gotten up to 250 now, still creeping up. Okay, I've descended a little because I can see my manifold pressure has gone up to 44 inches. Alright, I'm going to take my hand completely off the stick, and I'm going to fly only with my trim. When you start jerking the stick around, you start losing speed. That's just how it is, so you gotta exercise a lot of finesse when you're flying here. As for this mission, I don't know how turbulence affects at higher altitudes. I don't know what wind speeds I have at these higher altitudes. So your experience may vary, but if you want to create your own default mission, make it you can go ahead and just put it at 0 wind, 0 turbulence. It should give you the easiest experience to practice up here. Okay. So technically, I'm still not even at 30,000 feet. I'm still above 30,000 feet here. My manifold pressure's at 45, so as I've increased my speed to 260, passing 260 to 270 because I've been descending there. My manifold pressure is also creeping up, like I said, because of the increase in speed. I'm not sure why. I'm going to go ahead and do a turn away from England because maybe I should have turned down the view distance at this altitude. So the max speed at max continuous, you're going to be at about 260 miles per hour indicated. And that would be, hold on, that would be 375, about 375. I think that's knots, maybe, true airspeed. Okay, now I'm below 30,000 feet, so. And it took me that long. I took off from Saint-Laurent-sur-Mer in France, and I've just been climbing across the channel the whole time, and it's taken me literally that long to, get up to 30,000 feet. So, it's a time-consuming exercise. Okay, so I'm going to increase the RPMs here in a minute. Let me tell you what happens when I do that. So the supercharger is connected to the crankshaft, and of course the crankshaft is, it spins at a rate, it's literally the RPMs, So if you increase the RPMs, you increase the power into your supercharger, which increases, the pressure, to your manifold, which gives you more manifold pressure. So I'm just describing what's going on as you mess with the RPMs, which is kind of important to understand at the higher altitude flying. I'm at around 180 heading, so I'm heading back to France. Straighten out level left, and let's see what this does. So if you've been watching my miles per hour indicated, it's been around 260. Altitude is still around 30,000 feet. You can see my manifold pressure has increased to about 53 inches. Off the stick right now. I'm just going by the trim, just working the trim here. You can see these are the trim, aileron, rudder, pitch, and you can see I'm just adjusting it as I need to. It's hard to. It's a little tricky to fly instruments only. There it goes. Okay. So yeah, I'm adjusting it a little bit, constantly adjusting it. I have my trim settings on the WASD on my keyboard, like a first-person shooter might or something. And I just have my hand on the keyboard like that. The throttle, I have the HOTAS, but my hand's not even on the HOTAS right now. I'm just on the keyboard, constantly adjusting and correcting my trim. Okay, so at 30,000 feet. Okay, well, I've lost speed. So not the best example, but I can tell you right now that you're going to get up to about 270. What's going on? You're going to get up to about 270 is the max speed at full increase at 3,000 RPM. So you don't really get that much value out of the higher RPMs. It's best to just keep max continuous. Save your engine, and you lose almost no airspeed. Alright, so I'm going to bring it back down. I'm not going to touch my throttle. Keep throttle at full throttle. Decrease my RPMs carefully, slowly, not too slow. Alright. Hands off the stick. With trim, and I've climbed also, so you can kind of see I'm a little out of practice with this, but you can kind of see how tricky it is to keep and maintain level flight. Also, you can see if you're looking at the horizon, the relationship between maybe my crosshairs in the horizon and compare that to the rate of climbing. You see my climb is all over the place, but it looks like the horizon is basically in the same place. So whenever you're dogfighting at just even at 15,000, anytime your high blower is on, if it's set to auto, if your high blower is on, you're going to want to fly much more to your climb than to looking out at the horizon, because you're gonna fly really efficiently if you are trying to just do it by visual looks. I recommend when you're practicing maneuvers at high altitudes, max out at 6,000 feet. Just do the full range of the instrument. Don't exceed 6,000 feet or negative 6,000 feet per minute, and that'll keep you pretty efficient. That'll keep you ahead of the Dora 9 or the 109s, whatever you're dogfighting at these higher altitudes. Because this is your advantage. Speed is your advantage. The only advantage really that you have in the Mustang. And of course the high bore, the high altitude. That's another advantage. Okay, I'm going to climb up to 40,000 feet. Maybe more like 38,000 feet, and I'll show you what it looks like to try and get to 40,000 feet, which is the ceiling of this aircraft.